So, let's look to the bottom line. A couple of final thoughts. One can develop life skills to improve communication, conflict resolution, and understanding one's personality type to develop deeper intimacy by overcoming obstacles. So there's hope for the intimacy. You know, if you choose to, you can do things that will develop your ability to have intimate relationships. Because, I mean, think about it. I mean, where's the school on this? Well, did you learn any of this in, elementary school? High school? College? I don't think there are any courses on this. The only place you could have learned this was at home. And then when you think about your home, you think, my parents, did they have that wonderful, connected, intimate? And you think, I'm not sure they did. So maybe it wasn't as deep an expectation of their generation, or they just didn't achieve that, or they had just did somewhat. So the point is that really your only model was at home. And if you're around other families, perhaps you might get some exposure to others. But the good news is that doesn't have to be all there is to it. You can learn, like you've come out tonight to learn more about love, you can learn how to be capable of greater intimacy and how to build a closer relationship. And so grow in that dimension. So that's good news. Secondly, we can develop the capacity for commitment by our spiritual growth and our character. So just because one party maybe doesn't have the character that they need to really sustain them through difficult times, they can work on their spiritual life and they can grow in character so that they can be faithful and conscientious and responsible even when things are not going well. Not just committed for as long as they're going well, but even when they're not. And third, renewing passion over a long-term relationship requires transparency and acceptance in the context of intimacy. You know, you've got to, if you want to keep romance and love alive in that sense, you've got to be very open and transparent. You've got to be very much sensitive to the other person, and that too can be constantly renewed and made a vital part of one's relationship if you choose to. But it takes effort. It takes, growth. It takes constantly remembering the importance of that dimension of your relationship. And as I said earlier, research indicates that sexual pleasure itself can increase over time in a healthy relationship. So these are all good news things. Things can change. But here's the bottom line. There are three components that every couple expects out of love: intimacy, passion, commitment. They might come together by accident. A very small percentage of cases, some people just kind of, in that they bump into each other and they develop this intimacy very rapidly, and they feel a passion for each other, and they both have relatively good characters. But it takes wisdom, work, and energy to maintain a healthy, balanced, three-dimensional relationship. So even if it comes together accidentally to begin with, it won't stay there by accident. It will only stay there if you work at it, if you grow in wisdom to understand the various dimensions of love and what it takes to make those things real and lasting in relationship. So the bottom line is, I want to challenge you to become an expert in the psychology